Hey everybody, welcome back to the Pub Trivia Experience. My name is Chris, and we are gathered for a little bit of a hot seat head-to-head action. Two gentlemen who have put up some really high scores on PTE in the past are going to go head-to-head. First up, Huntsville, Alabama. Mike, my friend, how you doing? What are you drinking?
Chris, I'm doing great. The summer has started. The kids are have enjoyed their first week at camp, which we weren't, it was a little dicey. We weren't sure how they were going to take to it, but they took to it like fish to water. So we're pretty happy about that. As for what I'm drinking, we were in Blue Ridge this past weekend for a little getaway. And so I picked up some beer while I was there. So this is actually a brewery out of Decatur, but not Decatur, Alabama, which is about 30 minutes up the road from me, but Decatur, Georgia, which is just outside of Atlanta. This is called the A Night on Ponce IPA. It is from Three Taverns Brewery. 7.5% alcohol by volume. It's a tasty little IPA. I enjoyed a couple of these up in the mountains, and I brought the rest of the six-pack back home, and I'm enjoying the rest here.
Nice. A little bit different area. We're going to head out west. We're going to head on all the way out to OC. A little bit out west. Arjun, my friend, you've been on before. How you doing? What are you drinking?
Yeah, doing great. Always happy to be here. It's a beautiful day as usual in Southern California. It's still early out here, so I've got my PTE water bottle with all the different PTE stickers on it, which my 3-year-old calls Daddy's Trivia water bottle. And sometimes, at least once a day, refuses to drink from her own water bottle that wants me to go get Daddy's Trivia water bottle to drink from. So
that's awesome, actually.
Representing, love it.
Yeah.
So I guess it's my turn. I went ahead and mixed myself my favorite drink, a Liguori Manhattan. It is made with cheap bourbon, and I am drinking this out of. I had this on the last show, but Mike, I don't think you were on it. Leah and I recently had a trip to Disney World because, of course, we did.
Yeah.
And one of the things I like to do there, and Leah hates, is to go to the Disney Character Warehouse, which is where they put all their clearance stuff. And while I was there, I got myself this chalice. This chalice is in the shape of Loki's helmet.
Yeah. Nice.
And I think it was like $5. And so this is just going to be my trivia mug now. This is my version of a trivia thermos that my daughter cannot drink out of.
There are always men like you.
Oh, God, I hope so. Otherwise, what the hell are we fighting to save? Don't you love how we went from that to Pearl Harbor real quick?
Mm-hmm.
Armageddon, not Pearl Harbor. Wrong shitty Ben Affleck movie.
Yeah, I was going to say.
How dare I?
I had beer in my mouth, so I couldn't. You corrected yourself before I could correct.
I flip-flopped Liv Tyler and Kate Beckinsale. So.
Fair.
This is, of course, made with it's a Manhattan, so it's 2 parts whiskey, 1 part sweet vermouth, a couple of shots of orange Angostura bitters, a little bit of splash of cherry juice, 4 cherries, and the bourbon is called Bourbon Ready to Drink. It's a cheap bottle. Leah got it for me actually a couple years ago, and I just cracked it. It's actually a pretty damn good mixer because it's not overly strong. It just kind of mixes well with the vermouth. And that cherry juice splash is hitting the spot tonight because it's hot outside.
Nice.
Well, gentlemen, we are going to get started. We're going to start with our pregame. Your pregame, you've been here before, so you know how this works. It's 50-50. You're each going to get 5 questions. It's going to be a this or that. I will tell you, I'm going to read you your category, then I'll give you an option, but you both need to opt in for the option. Okay. I will tell you that the Nintendo company has been around for a long time.
Truth.
I am going to list off 10 different things. You have to tell me, does the invention, first publication, or first use of this item or thing predate or postdate the founding of Nintendo?
Okay.
What you need to decide now is, do you want me to tell you the date that Nintendo was founded? If one of you says no, the answer will be no. You would both need to say yes for me to give you the date.
I think I'm good without it.
I can pretty much ballpark when it was founded already.
Okay.
So
is it more fun for me to give you, I can give you the yes or no's up front, or I can give you the yes or no's and the dates the second ones were first used or first made. So it's up to you. Do you want just yes or no up front, or do you want the dates up front so you can try and whittle it down?
Doesn't matter. I'm fine with dates. I think we're both pretty pretty clear on what the date is. So.
Yeah, I think we're probably both in about the right.
I'm
right
over engineering this, and I apologize.
No, you're good.
Arjun, you're the visitor here. So, which by the way, I didn't get to mention. I actually got to hang out with you at the TWA meetup, which was freaking awesome.
Yeah.
What I learned, Mike, is that he's a freaking smart dude.
Well, that was already clear. Yeah.
But he's also like just insanely generous and very awesome to hang out with. So, my friend, that was actually a blast.
Yeah, no, I had a great time meeting you and everyone else as well.
Except for Adam Spees. Arjun, you are the visitor here. Do you want odds or evens for the pregame?
I'll take odds.
All right, Mike, you're going to be evens.
Oh, but I can't
Arjun. Mike, I made you the Han Solo of the episode, and you screwed it up.
Yeah,
I'm never going to tell you the odds.
I could have gone both ways. Yeah.
Okay, I mean, so you are the...
Take that as you will. Anyway.
I forgot.
Are we still doing phrasing?
I was going to call you the Joey Lauren Adams, but I couldn't remember her name, the character's name from Chasing Amy.
Oh, shit.
Right?
Oh, my God.
It's okay. We're going to jump into it.
It's going to drive me nuts now. I'm not going to be able to concentrate on the hot seat.
Arjun, we're going to start with you. I'm going to name something. Just tell me, was it first invented or kind of, created, used before or after the invention of Nintendo? Arjun, you're going to get the zipper.
Zipper. That's probably pretty close. I'm going to say after.
The zipper is after. Nicely done. We're going to go ahead and give the dates here because you guys have a pretty good idea of when Nintendo was. The zipper was first invented in 1913. So you are going to get a point there. Mike, you get laparoscopic surgery.
Laparoscopic surgery. I am going to say I'm bad with my surgeries. I can't remember what that is, so it's a little difficult, but I'm going to say that is also after.
Laparoscopic surgery is after, but this is where it gets a little weird for me because I've had a couple of surgeries, not recently, last handful of years. All of mine have been laparoscopic. Laparoscopic surgery dates back to 1910. Mm-hmm. Technically 1908 on a dog, but humans in 1910.
Crazy.
But it wasn't used for actual major surgery until the 80s. From 1910 till the 1980s, it was mainly used for biopsies and examination, so exploratory surgery. So you're each going to get a point. Arjun, we're heading over to you next. Yours is Coca-Cola.
I will say before.
Before is a correct answer, Arjun. Coca-Cola dates back to 1886. Nicely done. Mike, question number 4 is coming your way. You get Velcro.
Velcro is related to NASA and the space program, I'm pretty sure. So that's after.
It is after. I don't know about NASA, but Velcro traces its origins back to 1941.
Okay, so not quite NASA, but yeah.
All right, Arjun. You're up next. You're going to get the telephone.
That was before.
100% before 1876. Mike, before or after, you get the mechanical oscillating fan.
Ooh. Gosh, I have no idea on that one. No. Let's see. I am going to say that's one of those things I feel like is older than we would think. I'm going to say before.
Oh, no, it's after. Okay. 1904 was the first mechanical oscillating fan. Arjun, heading over to you for this next one. What about the retractable tape measure?
That's one that I feel like you'd think was before, so I'm going to say after.
Oh, no, it is before. It's actually well before 1821. So wow. British metalworker James Chesterman created the first retractable tape measure. It was a spring-loaded cloth strip with marked measurements, and then it was inside of obviously a little compact metal casing. Cool. We are moving on, Mike. You can tie it up here. The layout for a QWERTY keyboard.
Let's see. I'm gonna say before.
Before is a correct answer. The QWERTY keyboard layout traces its origins back to 1874. It was a Remington and Sons typewriter was the first place it was widely used.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
All right, you're tied up 3-3. One question left each. Arjun, you're going to get Webster's Dictionary.
That's before.
Do you know anything about Webster's Dictionary, Arjun?
I know I think it's 1800s.
It is. It was 1806 was the first publication of Webster's Dictionary. Did not know this while I was doing the research for the question. Webster moved to New York in 1793 because Alexander Hamilton recruited him to be the editor for the Federalist Party newspaper.
Huh. Cool.
Ironically, not in Hamilton. We never heard about that. Wasn't there. There must have been more important things to do. I wonder if that'll come up later. Number 10, Mike, you get pantyhose.
Oof. Pantyhose. I feel like in some way, shape, or form, those had to have predated. This is the last question, right?
It is.
Okay. I had Nintendo pegged as in the 1890s. So I feel like the pantyhose has to predate the 1890s. So I'm going to say before.
Arjun. Never mind. Nope, you don't get to answer that. I'm sorry. No, it's actually after. So stockings 100% before. Pantyhose didn't come around until the late 1950s.
Okay. Yeah. I wasn't drawing enough of a distinction. I was kind of conflating the two. That's fair.
So pantyhose by itself were invented by textile manufacturer Alan Grant. He originally called them panty legs. They were invented because his pregnant wife Ethel complained about discomfort wearing traditional thigh-high stockings. She suggested sewing stockings directly into her underwear, thus revolutionizing women's fashion for, at least a decade after that.
Was this after he gave up his career as a paleontologist? Sorry, I had to do it.
That's well made. Well played. So, Mike, you said you thought it was around the 1890s. Arjun, do you have any idea when Nintendo first started?
Yeah, I had it pegged same late 1800s, right around the turn of the century.
Yeah, you're dead on balls accurate. 1898. You are both the Marissa Tomei's of the episode. Arjun, you have got a 4-3 lead heading into hot seat round 1, which means, Mike, you get to pick. Do you want to go first or second in the first hot seat round?
You know what? I pretty much always go first, but I think I'm going to go second this time.
You're going to go second. Arjun, you're going to go first. I have got 15 minutes, a nonstop barrage of trivia questions and answers after I answer this text message from my wife. No, I did not check to see if the doors downstairs were locked, but I will. So here's the fun part. We're going to pause this for a second because I want to see if she gets up and leaves the bedroom right there and walks over because she doesn't think I'm going to. If she doesn't, I need one of you to remind me after the recording to go downstairs and lock all the doors.
Okay.
I will not remember.
Okay. It's really cute that you think one of us will. Yeah. Actually, Arjun probably will, but I don't.
Well, no, I actually have exactly the same issue. My wife just does things because she knows I'm never going to get to it.
That sounds like part of my nighttime routine. That I have all the different things that I go through on a mental checklist right before bed. So that would be that's the only reason I would remember that.
She just said, okay, thanks. I think the porch is unlocked. So I just reminded her that it's completely up to Mike and Arjun to remind me. After this recording, I need one of you to say, Chris, go check the doors. And I will know it's not Mr. Morrison you want me to check. All right. I do have 15 minutes on the clock. Arjun, we're going to start with you.
Right.
Gentlemen, are we ready?
Let's go.
Do it.
When you hear the sounds of Pink Floyd, you know your round is over. All right. Your time begins after I read your first question. Here we go. Arjun, What email service was acquired by Microsoft back in 1997?
Hotmail.
Hotmail is correct. Mike, what National League player won an astounding 13 straight Gold Glove awards from 1980 to 1992?
Ozzie Smith.
The Wizard himself, Ozzie Smith, is correct. Arjun, which founding father penned Reflections on Courtship and Marriage?
Be ironic, but I'll just guess Jefferson.
No, it's even more ironic. That'd be Ben Franklin.
I was going to say, I figured it was Franklin. He also penned a tome about the virtues of bedding elderly women. So,
I guess that makes sense. He wrote some weird stuff.
He definitely did.
Well, let's look at what Mozart composed as well. Mike, heading over to you. Which East Coast team joined the NBA along with the Charlotte Hornets back in 1988?
Ooh. Charlotte Hornets are also an East Coast team. So, what was the year again?
1988.
Shoot. That was right before I started paying attention to basketball, so I don't have a really great finger on this pulse of this. Miami Heat.
You took your talents to South Beach. The Heat is correct. Arjun. Okay. What Pacific Ocean city is home to the Bishop Museum?
I don't know. Let's go with San Francisco.
Oh, a little bit further west. We're looking for Honolulu. Mike, which invention allowed scientists to observe atomic and subatomic particles?
The electron microscope?
Oh, no, look for the particle accelerator.
Oh, okay.
Arjun, who had a hit in 1999 with the song Livin' La Vida Loca?
Martin.
Ricky Martin is correct. Mike, according to ABBA, what, quote, must be funny in a rich man's world?
I don't know my ABBA. What must be funny in a rich man's world? Waterloo. I don't know. I don't know my ABBA.
No, money must be funny in a rich man's world.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that tracks.
Arjun, what do the initials JRR stand for in Tolkien's name?
My wife would definitely know it, since she just won a Lord of the Rings trivia a few weeks ago. I don't know.
John Ronald Reuel. Mike, Reuel? Reuel. I don't know. Reuel, I'm assuming. Mike, the Anne Rule autobiography, The Stranger Beside Me, detailed her personal relationship with which serial killer?
Yeah. Wow. No idea. Gacy.
Oh, no. Ted Bundy.
Okay.
Arjun, who did Mark David Chapman murder on December 8th, 1980?
Lennon.
John Lennon's correct. Mike.
Very violent hot seat.
Often compared. Wait till we get to the final round. Mike. That's a
teaser.
That's a teaser right there. Mike, often compared to the Blue Angels in the U.S., the Red Arrows acrobatic air team is from which country?
Gosh.
Red Arrows.
Yeah, I'm going to have to say Russia.
Oh, no, it's the United Kingdom. Okay. Arjun.
Red.
In what city was Herman Melville born?
Let's say New York.
New York City is a correct answer. Mike, moving over to you. Lifestyles of the Rich and the Famous was famously hosted by whom?
Oh, no. Oh, God, what was that guy's name? Oh, shit. Champagne wishes and caviar. Fuck, I'm not going to pull it. Pass.
Oh, his name is Robin Leach.
Robin Leach. That's exactly who it is. Yep.
Arjun, within 3 months either way, how long is a typical elephant's pregnancy? In months, obviously.
Yeah, I think it's pretty long. Let's say like 15 months.
Ooh, longer than that. 22. Mike, In 2007, IHOP, the International House of Pancakes, acquired what other restaurant chain that gets its name from a food from the genus Malus?
IHOP acquired. Yeah, I don't know. Fuck a duck. I don't know.
No, Malus is apples. We're looking for Applebee's.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Arjun.
Malus sounds
Within
like
3 years either way. In what year did Coca-Cola launch New Coke?
That was like 89.
Oh, close. It's 485. Mike, ALF from Melmac is an acronym. At least ALF is. What does ALF stand for?
Gordon Shumway. No, alien life form. These things I know, but I can't tell you genuses. Like useless shit I know.
Arjun, what term was given by critics and muckrakers to the ultra-rich industrialists and businessmen of the late 1800s who were viewed as unethical?
I'm not sure. Like, I don't know.
We're looking for robber barons. Mike, what computer game now turned phone application requires you to manage nausea ratings of your passengers?
Nausea ratings of your passengers? Roller Coaster Tycoon?
Roller Coaster Tycoon is correct. Arjun, heading over to you. In what state was Clark Kent or Superman raised?
Kansas?
Kansas is correct. Mike. The Great Smoky Mountain National Park straddles the border of which two states?
Tennessee and Georgia?
Tennessee and North Carolina.
Okay.
Arjun. What pop artist painted Grace Jones's body for her New York club performances in the 1980s?
I don't know. Like Judy Chicago?
Oh, no, we're looking for Keith Haring. Now, Arjun, I want you to remember that you got that question while Mike gets this one. Mike, which singer had a hit with the song School's Out?
I think Alice Cooper.
Alice Cooper is correct. Arjun. Who played the title character in the 1959 epic Ben-Hur?
Heston?
Charlton Heston's correct. Mike, moving over to you. What WWE wrestler sued rapper Jay-Z because of his diamond-shaped hand symbol and won?
Oh, God. I have no idea. I'm not.
I didn't read the last part of the question. I apologize.
Oh.
If you get this right, you get to give yourself a self-high five.
If I knew anything about wrestling, that would help. But
that would help.
Yeah. Shit. I've heard of the self high five thing. I can't think of who does it. 2007. Bret Hart. I don't know.
No, we're looking for Diamond Dallas Page.
Okay, it's a name I've never even heard. Good, cool.
Okay.
You have to. This is the amount of fucks I give about wrestling. Not for me.
It's not just wrestling. DDP yoga is like it's like a fitness routine that a lot of people use and genuinely love.
Oh, okay.
I did it for a while. Obviously, it's working so well for me. Arjun. In Judaism, what is the central prayer expressing the oneness of God called?
I don't know.
Shema. Mike. At a staggering... Oh, gosh, I'm going to ask you this question. Mike.
Okay.
At a staggering 5'3", who was the shortest player in NBA history?
Muggsy Bogues.
Muggsy Bogues is correct. Arjun. The American Heart Association says the average adult heart pumps about how much blood each day to the nearest 100 gallons?
600 gallons.
Ooh, no, 2,000 gallons of blood every day. Mike. Under what pen name did Stephen King publish many of his works?
Bachman.
Richard Bachman is correct. Arjun, what actress stars as the vengeance-seeking bride in Quentin Tarantino's Kill Bill series?
Thurman.
Uma Thurman's correct. Mike, what iconic American singer wrote the Bangles hit Manic Monday using the pseudonym Christopher?
Prince.
Prince is correct.
That's a cool
Arjun.
story, by the way. Anyway.
Arjun, what sitcom stars brainy roommates Leonard and Sheldon and their hot neighbor Penny?
Big Bang Theory.
There's no quotations on hot. No matter how you feel, she is. Mike, in what classic film does Buttercup make requests to a farm boy who replies, quote, as you wish?
The Princess Bride.
Princess Bride is correct. Arjun, heading over to you for this next one. In which 1955 novel turned film by Patricia Highsmith was the first in a series of books collectively known as the Ripleyad?
Talented Mr. Ripley.
Talented Mr. Ripley is correct. That is one of those I need to go back and revisit my question writing. That was terrible. Future Chris will do better. He won't. Mike, in which European city is Jim Morrison buried?
Jim Morrison is buried in Europe, huh? London.
Ooh, Paris.
Dang it! My first thought was Paris, and I switched it.
Arjun, heading over to you. Fortuitous timing, I guess. Arjun, what 1876 invention revolutionized communication around the world?
Set the telephone.
Shenanigans! Shenanigans, I say.
That is proof there's no shenanigans. The hot tea giveth and taketh away.
It does. That's amazing.
Which there's still like 4,000 questions in this list.
Oh, I know.
That coming up on this episode is hilarious. Mike, statistically speaking, what is the safest seat on an airplane? The window seat, the aisle seat, or the middle seat?
The safest seat. How many plane crashes are we having that we have statistics on this? My God.
Early on, a lot.
Yeah, well, okay, that's fair. I
look just like Buddy Holly.
Trying to glean a hint from that, but I got nothing.
There's no hint. I was just making a bad joke.
Okay. I'm going to say the aisle seat.
Oh, no, it's the middle seat.
It was the middle.
Arjun. The Winooski River flows through which New England state capital city?
With Augusta.
Oh, no, Montpelier is what we're looking for. Mike, which internal organ stores bile?
Liver?
Oh, no, it's the gallbladder. Arjun. Which iconic founding father was the oldest to sign the Declaration of Independence?
Is that Franklin?
It's weird that it came up twice. That is Franklin.
This time I got it.
Crazy random happenstances abound on the pub trivia experience. Mike, moving over to you. Excuse me. How many meters long is an Olympic swimming pool?
100.
No. Cut that in half. 50. Arjun.
Second time Anyway.
Who was the first woman ever inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Say Dolly Parton.
Ooh, no. Put some respect on her name. We're looking for Aretha.
It was. Interesting. That was the first one that popped in my head. Cool.
Mike, in the movie Happy Gilmore, the title character wears an NHL hockey team's jersey. Which team is it?
Pittsburgh Penguins?
Oh, no, it's the Boston Bruins.
Boston Bruins. It's, the color scheme is,
And with that, we are at the end of Hot Seat Round 1. At the end of the round, Arjun, you picked up 11. Mike, you picked up 9. Arjun, that's going to bring you to 15. Mike, that's going to bring you to 12. Going into our halftime round. Mike, what, you looking for something?
I'm just getting a pencil and paper.
Oh, because you know what's coming next. Hey, good news. I did transfer the questions over to a Word doc, so I can just copy and paste those into the chat as we move into our halftime round. Our halftime round, you guys know this is coming. We're going to have some fun with alliterations. I'm going to give you 5 letters. I am then going to read you 5 clues. The answers to those 5 clues will correspond with one of the letters I read you. Each letter will be used exactly 1 time. I'll read each clue twice. I will post them in the chat. Any questions before we get started, gentlemen?
Nope.
Yeah, I think all good.
Let's go.
Okay. Your letters are as follows in alphabetical order: B as in Bravo, H as in Hotel, L as in Lima, S as in Sierra, T as in Tango. Bravo, Hotel, Lima, Sierra, Tango. Here is your first clue. A urological emergency that occurs when a man's ball rotates, twisting the spermatic cord and cutting off blood flow.
Everyone on this call and every male listening just like kind of cringed and maybe like did a little squirmy thing. And yeah, anyway, I know I did.
I did writing the question if it makes you feel any better. Clue number 2. A fashion trend out of China where men roll up their shirts and expose their stomachs to help escape the heat. Clue number 3. I'm looking for an American sportscaster from ESPN who used catchphrases such as "booyah" and "as cool as the other side of the pillow." Clue number 4. This one's a little bit long. My tolerance is shot. Let me get it out. Considered by many to be one of the greatest boxers of all time, this Canadian won gold in the super heavyweight division at the 1988 Olympics, and his professional career was highlighted by 2 fights against Evander Holyfield in 1999, the later culminating in putting the WBC, WBA, and IBF titles around his waist. Again, considered by many to be one of the greatest boxers of all time, this Canadian won gold in the super heavyweight division at the 1988 Olympics, but whose professional career was highlighted by 2 fights against Evander Holyfield in 1999, the latter culminating in putting the WBC, WBA, and IBF titles around his waist. Clue number 5. Looking for the name of the Australian Prime Minister from 1966 until he disappeared while swimming and is presumed dead in 1967. Gentlemen, lock in when you're ready. All right. We're going to go clue by clue through this, starting with the first clue. A urological emergency that occurs when a man's ball rotates, twisting the spermatic cord and cutting off blood flow. Mike, stop cringing and give me your answer.
I actually know this thanks to television show Scrubs. I believe this is testicular torsion.
Arjun.
Nice. So I basically kind of tried to figure out what words were missing from that clue. So you were talking about ball and twisting. So I also kind of just made up the term testicular torsion, something that may be it. So
yeah, I struggle with trying to find a synonym for testicle. But yes, it is testicular torsion. Nicely done.
Gonad, nut.
I went with ball.
Ball, yeah.
Florida education, Mike. Clue number 2, a fashion trend out of China where men roll up their shirts to expose their stomachs and help escape the heat. Arjun, what'd you go with?
So I didn't really know idea on this one. I just made something up that I think I figured out the letter, so I said bare belly.
Mike.
That actually makes a lot of sense. There were several of these that I didn't know. So after I got through the 2 that I did, I had a couple letters to choose from. I ended up going with the Han halter, as in Han Dynasty, the Han halter.
So like Mike picked up on the naming convention. Arjun picked up on the letter, though. Neither one of you getting the points. It is China's in there for a reason. This is called the Beijing bikini.
Oh, the Beijing. Oh, shit. Now that you say that, I have heard of that.
Clue number 3, an American sportscaster from ESPN who often used the catchphrases such as "Booyah" and "as cool as the other side of the pillow." Mike.
Jeff Woodhead's opening act, Stuart Scott.
Arjun.
Yeah, same. Stuart Scott.
Stuart Scott to correct it. May he rest in peace.
Yeah, that's a funny Woodhead story, by the way. He was doing karaoke, and the ESPN guys were there for some reason, and like Stuart Scott opened. He joked that Stuart Scott was his opening act because he went on right before him in karaoke.
What did Stuart Scott sing? Hold on. What did he sing?
I wish I could remember. I feel bad.
Dude, you had one job.
I know. I feel bad like starting the story and having none of the details. I just remember that like little bit.
All right, so that just means, listeners, I'm sorry. That just means Jeff Wood has to come back on and explain himself.
We'll get him back on. I know where he lives.
Yeah, Raleigh, North Carolina. Next up, clue number 4. Considered by many to be one of the greatest boxers of all time, this Canadian won gold in the super heavyweight division at the '88 Olympics, but his professional career was highlighted by 2 fights against Evander Holyfield in 1999, the latter culminating in putting the WBC, WBA, and IBF titles around his waist. Arjun.
Yeah, so Canadian boxer, like the name that came to mind was Lennox Lewis, and seemed to fit the.
Mike.
So listeners did not see this, but Chris and Arjun did. As Chris was reading Clue, I was reacting angrily because I knew it was an L name, and that was when Lennox Lewis popped into my head. Before Arjun said anything, but after I locked in, unfortunately, with Lonnie Lancaster, I knew it was an L name, and Lennox Lewis just did not pop in, and I should have sat with it a little longer.
It is Lennox Lewis. Arjun's going to pick up the point there. We're going to question number 5, or clue number 5. The Australian Prime Minister from 1966 until he disappeared while swimming and presumed dead in 1967. Mike.
I had absolutely no clue. If I tried really hard, I could maybe name a single Australian Prime Minister ever. I hope it's not too soon. I just came up with a joke answer of Bert Bloated.
Well, he was never found, but I can presume that's what happened. Arjun.
Indeed.
So I think I know this, and partly from the fact that some people use this as like pub trivia names and things like that, like Harold Holt's Swimming Club and whatever, swimming lessons, things like that. So I think this is Harold Holt.
It is Harold Holt. And with that, Mike,
nice.
You got 2 correct answers. That's going to give you 8. Arjun, you got 4. I can do simple math. That gives you 16. Your scores right now are 31-20. Arjun has an 11-point lead. Mike, this is a good time to crack your second beer.
Indeed. This is the Lovebird Wheat from the Jackalope Brewing Company out of Nashville, Tennessee. So we're doing the surrounding states tonight. Or today, or whenever the heck you're listening to this.
For us, it's night right now for most people. Not for Natalie and for Jane. It's probably early morning for them.
True. But they've already turned it off because the disrespect I just showed to their prime minister. So,
yeah, I genuinely don't think they care.
I hope not at this point.
They know us. They get that we are American and thus very, very like U.S. centric. Although right now, all right, we are moving on to hot seat round 2. Mike, you are currently trailing again. I ask you first or second in hot seat part D.
This time I'm going to go first.
You're going to go first. Let's see how this goes. I've got 15 minutes on the clock. Your time begins after I read your first question. Here we go, Mike. Monty Hall was the original host of what 4-worded game show?
Let's Make a Deal.
Let's Make a Deal is correct. Arjun. If you multiply the number of playing cards in a pack by the number of minutes in an hour, what would you get?
312.
Oh, you missed a zero. 3,120.
Oh, wow.
Mike, who wrote the iconic play Death of a Salesman?
Arthur Miller.
Arthur Miller is correct. Arjun. Born prematurely in 2017, Fiona became a symbol of survival and perseverance at the Cincinnati Zoo. What kind of animal is Fiona?
Panda.
Oh, no, Fiona was a hippopotamus. Mike. What company, now a hot commodity in teenage fashion, was once known as the Knickerbocker Knitting Company?
Oof. Okay. Let's tap into everything I know about teenage fashion. Done. Okay. The Knickerbocker Knitting Company. I have no idea. Forever 21. I have no clue.
Oh, no. This is, by the way, shocks me because this was Kmart off-brand when I was a kid. We're looking for Champion.
Oh, okay.
Champion brand clothing. All right. Arjun, it's the building block of life, but can you tell me what DNA stands for?
Deoxyribonucleic acid.
Deoxyribonucleic acid is correct. Arjun, what do you do for a living again?
I'm an attorney, but
why did I
also
think you were a doctor?
I don't know.
Look, legitimately for years I thought that's what you were. Okay, I take that back. I'm now going to think Guapo's a doctor. All right, Mike, heading over to you. Mike, who are the two wisecracking old men in the balcony of the Muppet Show?
Statler and Waldorf.
Statler and Waldorf is correct, which, by the way, Muppets coaster, I can't wait to ride over at.
I'm so excited.
I could care less. I just like that ride. Arjun, what country, the second smallest in Europe, is a haven for the rich? Apartments sell for north of 500K per meter.
Monaco.
Monaco is a correct answer. Mike, moving on to you for this next one. What was the first full-length feature film directed by Steven Soderbergh?
Ooh, Sex, Lies, and Videotape?
Sex, Lies, and Videotape is correct. Arjun, what invention enabled modern surgery through the administration of controlled unconsciousness?
Anesthesia.
Ooh, say that one more time.
Anesthesia.
Anesthesia is the correct answer. Mike, what vegetable, the product of a widely cultivated crepe vine, is made up of roughly 95% water?
Celery?
No, we're looking for a cucumber.
Ah, okay.
Arjun, you put the boom boom into my heart is a line from which 1984 song?
I'm not sure.
Ooh, that's Wake Me Up Before You Go Go.
That's exactly.
Mike, what is the term for the agreement between the prosecution and the accused, where the accused pleads guilty in exchange for a lesser sentence called?
Plea bargain. I'm glad the attorney didn't get this one.
Yeah,
that's
what I mean. What I am learning though is I need a Guapo versus Arjun round or a entire game.
Hell yeah,
Arjun, heading over to you for this next one. Which Beatle was married to Cynthia Powell in 1962?
McCartney.
Ooh, no, we're looking for John Lennon. Although, Mike, you didn't get the Beatles question. You got the attorney question, and he got the Beatles question.
Somewhat fit. I was just laughing because he's got two Franklin questions and two Lennon questions now.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I should have stuck with it.
All right, Mike. The city of Norfolk is located at the mouth of which bay?
Oh, duh, I'm an idiot. The Chesapeake Bay.
Yeah, Lafayette's there waiting, Mike. Chesapeake is the correct answer. Arjun, quote, patient has some ribs to spare, take out a couple, but use care, is an actual letter of instruction in which classic board game?
Operation.
Operation is correct.
Nice.
Mike, what female director's films include Blue Steel, Point Break, and The Hurt Locker?
Bigelow.
The latter of which she was sitting in front of her ex-husband when she won Best Director. Hurt Locker is the correct answer.
Well, Bigelow is the correct answer. But Hurt Locker was the correct answer for that.
They were both right.
Mm-hmm.
What Scandinavian sounding spacecrafts were sent to explore Mars back in the 1970s?
Viking.
The Viking 1 and Viking 2. I'll give you credit for Viking there. Mike, What sitcom featured a widowed father caring for his 3 daughters with the help of his best friend and his brother-in-law?
We're actually doing a watch through of this with our kids right now. Full House.
Full House is correct. Arjun, what is the medical term for the voice box?
Larynx.
Larynx is correct. Mike, who was president at the beginning of the 20th century?
President of the United States would have been William McKinley.
William McKinley is a correct answer. Arjun, glycogen is the way that the body stores what?
Sugar.
Sugar is correct. Mike, in 2014, what company passed Mattel to become the world's biggest toy manufacturer?
Ooh. This would be really nice if I paid attention to any of the brand names on my children's toys. Hasbro?
No, you should pay more attention to the brand names on Tim Dipple's toys. This is Lego.
Oh, Lego. Interesting. Okay.
Arjun, whose 1856 novel Dread, A Tale of Great Dismal Swamped, was an attack against slavery?
Alcott.
Ooh, no, Harriet Beecher Stowe. Mike. Again, I can't make this up. Mike, giving hope to Mike Mott, what 5'6" NBA player won the slam dunk contest in 1986?
You know what's funny? As I almost said, I think Muggsy Bogues is first, and I'm pretty sure Spud Webb is second because this is Spud Webb. I almost said,
y'all, I cannot make this up. Spud Webb is the correct answer. Arjun, we're going to head over to you for this next one. What 19th century law aimed to suppress African American voting through literacy tests and poll taxes?
Jim Crow.
Oh, no, it's a little more specific than that. Do you want to give me another answer?
Sure, actually. Specific.
They were called the Black Codes, laws. Mike, what 2 metals comprise pewter?
Silver and tin?
Oh, no, tin and lead. Arjun, what film depicts the self-destructive life of boxer Jake LaMotta?
Raging Bull.
Raging Bull is a correct answer. Mike, sabrage is a term for opening a bottle of champagne with which object?
The hull of a boat? I don't know what you open a champagne bottle with beside your hands.
A saber or a sword is what we're looking for.
Oh, I actually have heard of that. Now that you say that, yeah, I was picturing smashing the champagne on the butt. Anyway,
I know you're picturing. You were wrong.
I was way
Arjun,
wrong.
In what movie does Adam Sandler go back to school at the age of 27?
I don't know, Big Daddy.
Back to school to prove to my daddy that I'm not a fool. Billy Madison is what we're looking for.
Stop looking at me, Swan.
Mike, credited with revitalizing the career of Burt Reynolds and launching Mark Wahlberg into stardom, what 1997 disco-era film was an expansion of the mockumentary short The Dirk Diggler Story?
We sure wasn't the prosthetic that launched Marky Mark into stardom. The Boogie Nights.
Boogie Nights is correct. Arjun, in what track and field event did Dick Fosbury gain notoriety?
High jump.
High jump, or the Fosbury flop. That's a correct answer. Mike, in which early 80s television show were aliens featured that liked to eat rats?
I don't know. Mork and Mindy.
Oh no, this is later relaunched with Morena Barakan as the lead. This is V. Arjun,
forgot about that.
Which European country is home to the Matterhorn, one of the most photographed mountains in the Alps?
Switzerland.
Switzerland is correct. Mike, who is the main villain in the Marvel Comics Infinity Gauntlet storyline?
Thanos.
Thanos is correct. Arjun.
Did nothing wrong.
In competitive table tennis, how many points must a player reach to win a game?
11.
11 is correct. Mike. During the Civil War, which side instituted a draft? The Union, the Confederacy, both, or neither?
I'm going to say the Union.
It was actually both.
It was both. Okay.
It was both. Arjun. Who was the star of the TV cooking show The Galloping Gourmet?
No, misread.
Ooh, no. Graham Kerr. Mike. I see what you did there. They would just cook carrots. Mike. What garment, originally worn as undergarments or lingerie, became a visible fashion trend in the 1990s?
I don't know. Halter top.
Oh, no. We're looking for slips or a slip dress. Arjun. What politician who shares a name with a former NBA and college coach won their second term as governor of California in 2011?
Brown.
Jerry Brown's a correct answer. Mike. In printing, the Pantone matching system is critical to what process as it moves from design to production?
Grayscaling? I don't know.
Ooh, no, color matching.
Color matching. Okay.
Arjun. Grunge music had its own unique fashion sense, including boosting the popularity of what type of long-sleeved shirt?
I don't know. Henley shirt. I don't think it's right.
Oh, no, we're just looking for the simple flannel shirt. Mike. In North America and Europe, in what month is the summer solstice?
Summer solstice is in June.
I have July, but I will flag that and we'll come back and look it up.
Almost positive it's not just June, but it's June 21st, but I could be wrong.
I'm going to flag it. It's the end of that round, but Mike, you did start. So, Arjun, you're going to get one last question. Here we go. Arjun, how many legs do butterflies have?
6.
6 is a correct answer. I got one question to look up, and this will actually tell the story if Mike ties Arjun in that round or if Arjun's going to have an additional point on his lead.
Either way, Mike is way behind still.
When is the...
I'm still so mad about Lennox Lewis. I was like, the fact that fucking came to me when he was reading the question again. I was so mad.
Yeah,
right
Mike,
there.
you're right. June 21st. So June is a correct answer. You're going to finish, both going to finish with 13. Arjun, that's going to bring you to 44. Mike, that's going to bring you to 33. Still an 11-point lead for Arjun as we head into your wager round. Now, gentlemen, your wager round is pretty simple. I'm going to read you 3 categories. Your questions are going to be tied directly to those categories. I don't play games. Your questions are pretty straightforward. Your categories also straightforward. But you're going to wager your points in any way, shape, or form that you want on those 3 categories. You can wager it all on one. You can break it up across 3. You could wager 0 across the board. It's up to you, but there are 2 rules. 1, you must wager whole numbers only. That means no fractions, no decimals, no negative wagering. And 2, your total combined wager cannot exceed what you currently have banked. Arjun, you cannot exceed 44 combined wager points. Mike, you cannot exceed 33. Other than that, wager however the hell you want. I don't care. But you're wagering on your 3 categories. Are you ready for those categories?
Hell yeah.
Ready.
Your categories are literature, sports, and the U.S. Revolution. Literature, sports, and the U.S. Revolution. Lock in your wagers now. Our wagers are locked in. We're going to go question by question through this. Question number 1, the category was literature. In 1980, Mark David Chapman was arrested after murdering John Lennon. In 1981, John Hinckley Jr. attempted to assassinate Ronald Reagan. In 1989, Robert Bardo murdered actress Rebecca Schaeffer. All three had a copy of what 1951 novel on hand when they were apprehended. The author would spend countless hours of his life afterwards refusing to discuss his book's contributions to these events.
I'm locked in.
Yeah, I'm locked in.
Question number 2. The category was sports. Name the sports icon who is the only player to play in both a World Series and a Super Bowl. No, it's not that simple. Also name at least one team in the NFL and Major League Baseball that he appeared in each event with.
Locked in.
All right, I'll lock in.
Moving on to question number 3. Category is the U.S. Revolution. What friend of George Washington and general in the Continental Army was the subject of a 1776 rumor that almost cost him his post and reputation? This rumor claimed he was covertly assembling a loyalist army. This man was a major player in the events of Hamilton the Musical and Alexander Hamilton's life, yet had no lines in the play.
All right, I think I'll go ahead and lock in.
All right, I'll lock in.
All right, we're going to go question by question through this, get ourselves some answers and some wagers, and get ourselves a winner. Starting with question number 1, the category was literature. In 1980, Mark David Chapman was arrested after murdering John Lennon. In 1981, John Hinckley Jr. attempted to assassinate Ronald Reagan. In 89, Robert Bardo was murdered actress Rebecca Schaeffer. All three had a copy of what 1951 novel on hand when they were apprehended. The author would spend countless hours of his life afterwards refusing to discuss the book's contributions to these events. Mike, you're currently trailing your answer and your wager.
Well, Chris, I contemplated putting all of it on literature because I probably felt the most confident on about of these 3 categories, but it was just so broad that I ended up only putting 11 on this one. And I regretted it by the 5th word because as soon as you said Chapman, I started writing down Catcher in the Rye. I had no idea about the other 2 killers, but I knew that about Mark David Chapman.
What was your wager again?
11.
Arjun, your answer and your wager.
Yeah, same boat. I think I've heard this before that a lot of these killers had Catcher in the Rye with them. So I also said Catcher in the Rye, and I believe I bet 10.
You did. That means, Arjun, you're going to have a 10-point lead. It's 54-44 going into question number 2. Name the sports icon who is the only player to play in both a World Series and a Super Bowl. Also name at least one team in the NFL and Major League Baseball that he appeared in the event with. So I need the player, an NFL team, and a Major League Baseball team. Arjun, what'd you go with?
I wasn't actually sure who it was. I know Deion Sanders played in both leagues, and during a time when these teams were pretty good. So I went with Deion Sanders and the Dallas Cowboys, who I think he played for, and then another team that was good around that time. I went with the Braves.
Mike, your answer and your wager.
Yep. I also locked in with Deion Sanders, the Atlanta Braves, and Satan Incarnate, a.k.a. the Dallas Cowboys.
Deion Sanders is who we're looking for. In 1992, he played with the Braves when they lost to the Toronto Blue Jays. And then in 1995-96, the 96 Super Bowl 95 season, he played with the Dallas Cowboys. He also played the 94-95 season with the San Francisco 49ers.
Oh, that's right. He did play in there with the Niners.
So he did win back-to-back Super Bowls in 95 and 96. You're both going to pick up your points there. Mike, you're picking up 11. Arjun picking up 10. It's 64-55, a 9-point lead going into question number 3. This particular question, by the way, is inspired by a book I'm currently reading by Brad Meltzer called The First Conspiracy. It's about the original conspiracy and one of the founding of modern counterintelligence in the U.S. It's about a plot to either capture or kill George Washington during the American Revolution. What friend of George Washington in general in the Continental Army was the subject of a 1776 rumor that almost cost him his post and reputation? This rumor claimed that he was covertly assembling a loyalist army. This man was a major player in the events of Hamilton the musical and Alexander Hamilton's life, yet had no lines in the play. Let's see here. Mike, your answer and your wager.
This one was painful. I've read the full Chernow Hamilton biography that the musical was based on. I went through numerous names. I was naming revolutionary generals. I thought of Philip Schuyler, but he was wealthy because he doesn't have any lines in the play and clearly a very significant figure in Hamilton's life. But I figured he was wealthy, probably not a general. Finally, I settled on. I went to kind of the Federalist Papers, and I was like, well, Madison clearly has lines in the play. But who doesn't is John Jay. So that's ultimately what I settled on. But that's all I had to go on was the Hamilton clues.
Arjun, your answer and your wager.
All right, so I went on a journey on this one too. So I was trying to first tried to come up with generals that I could think of. So I think like Francis Marion, but he was like a little bit later and more in the Southern theater. Charles Lee, I know, was involved with Saratoga and Monmouth. But I don't remember either of those being involved in Hamilton. Could be misremembering, but so then I went to look at the other angle in the question, and so like as far as like somebody that could be a loyalist, like Benedict Arnold came to mind. I know he obviously did end up being a traitor and was a general in the U.S. Army, I believe, but it seems like I don't think the question would ask this that way. If almost Costumus Postum, it turned out he ultimately was a traitor, and I don't remember again him having that kind of role in Hamilton. So I actually finally ended up after about 5 minutes of thinking about it, where Mike started, which is just thinking that who had a big influence on his life, like the Schuyler family, maybe I think his dad's name, their dad's name was Philip, but I just went with Schuyler.
If it's Schuyler, I'm going to be so mad because that was literally the first thing that popped in my head. I was like, nah, he was too old and too wealthy. He wouldn't have been a general, but.
So this man was a major player in the events of Hamilton the musical and Alexander Hamilton's life. The man was loaded, and he did have 3 daughters, Peggy, Angelica, and Eliza. Philip Schuyler was a close friend of George Washington. And when the rumor came out, this is the interesting part that kind of stuck with me while reading the book. When the rumor came out, Washington had to address it, and he didn't know if he had to condemn it or accept it. All he knew was what he knew of the man's character, and kind of like a lot of what happened depended on what he did. And he opted to stand by his man, stand by Philip Schuyler, and kept him in his post when he could have dismissed him. Philip Schuyler is the answer that we're looking for there. Arjun, nicely done, my friend.
Nice job.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Like literally, Chris, right after you read the question, the first name that popped in my head was Philip Schuyler, and I dismissed it. I was like, "There's no." I was like, he was too wealthy. He wouldn't have been, and he was probably too old. I didn't think he would have been involved at that level in the Continental Army.
He was
good question.
Yeah, and the opposite. I don't think it came to me till like the 15th time I read the question. Like 5 minutes in.
As I'm reading this, apparently Schuyler and Horatio Gates had like a rivalry, almost like a really big rivalry.
Interesting. Gates was one of the names I wrote down, but I couldn't place him in Hamilton.
Stemming back to he wasn't, I don't believe, but stemming back to their time in the Army, those two, I guess, just did not get along. Philip Schuyler is the answer.
Yeah,
Arjun,
nice job, Arjun. Good job.
You're going to pick up an 87-44 win tonight, my friend. Nicely done. Nicely done.
Good game. Good game.
Yeah, thank you. So I guess that last question decided it. It was
well. Even if I gotten it right, I wouldn't have won, right? Because you got it right.
Yes,
that's good. Yeah, so
that's true. If I got it wrong,
yeah, the clearest way to a victory is just ace the wager round, which you just did. So well done.
Well, he also had the lead going into the wager round.
Well, have the lead, have the lead, and then B, ace the wager round. Yeah.
So, all right, Arjun, you're going to pick up the win tonight, which means, Mike, you are our loser. That feels good to say for some reason. I don't know why.
So
I got schooled today and Learned League by Tim, so I'm a loser too.
What's that?
I got schooled today and Learned League by Tim, so
Oh, I know I had a terrible day in Learned League. I don't know, like I was amazed to get one.
Today I learned that the Philippines were like part of the U.S.
I lost that coin flip. That made me so mad.
What'd you go with?
I went with Hawaii because I figured, well, Hawaii
seemed too obvious.
Yeah, I should have.
And so I went out west. I think I said America Samoa, but like thinking back, like that made no damn sense. But I wasn't going to get the Philippines.
Yeah, same. I know I had the same coin flip, Philippines or Hawaii. I kind of figured colony. They were talking about it as a colony. It seemed more like Philippines.
Yeah,
would be something.
When did they get the Philippines?
And I was right after, because the 1901 is what made me think, because it was right after the Spanish-American War they got the Philippines. That's why I almost went. That's why I almost went Philippines. And in hindsight, the 1901 should have done it. The one that pissed me off was I got for the in media res clue. I got mise en scène stuck in my head, and it would not let go. I knew that wasn't it because it's not Latin, but I could not get it. Do you ever have that happen where it's like a parasite? This one answer just latches on you. I think every trivia player can relate to this. This answer just latches onto your brain and will not let go, and you just cannot get to anything else.
I'm mad that I figured Tim was going to get that. I gave him. Mike, you told me when we had our round that you gave me the fastest 0 ever. Question number 1, microwave was the one that I gave. Like as soon as I read that, I'm like, chocolate bar, Tim gets a 0. And not because of chocolate bar, just because like that story is so synonymous in the trivia community.
I've never heard that in my life until today.
Really?
I must have just missed it. I've never heard that in my life.
I know what kind of chocolate bar it was. It was a Mr. Good bar, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay, interesting. If I have heard it, it is completely not stuck. I had never heard that at all.
Mr. Good bar is probably the best one to melt down. If I feel like it's the one that. So at my office, they have that jar of the 4, like Hershey's things, and there's always like by the end of the week, there's just only Mr. Good bars left in there.
See, I go for the Mr. Good bars. I like those.
Oh, yeah.
Salty peanuts, chocolate. That's a good combination.
Yeah.
No, it's a good bar. I'm surprised that. Yeah, but I guess
it's a good bar.
Choice out. It's the 4th choice.
Truth in marketing.
Oh no.
And you don't have to look for it, contrary to the movie title.
Then so my boss came by when I was happened to be like talking about that, I think, and he said there's this movie called. Do you guys know this movie called Looking for Mr. Good?
Yeah, that's what I was just
So okay, all right. So yeah, I think I looked up the synopsis. He said you got to look up the synopsis of this.
I couldn't even tell you the synopsis. I just literally know that there is a movie called Looking for Mr. Goodbar.
I'm gonna say I don't know what that movie's about.
Yeah, look it up on Wikipedia. Just everybody out there, read the synopsis of Looking for Mr. Goodbar. It's the craziest thing I've ever heard.
All right, hold on. I got nothing. I need to read
it. I think I knew it was Diane Keaton.
Yeah,
that sounds right.
Did not know it was.
She even won an Oscar for it, but like, yeah, just every sentence of that synopsis, just.
Richard Kelly and Richard Gere and Tom Berenger. Wow.
Spared no expense.
Tom Berenger's film debut. Okay. I might have to watch it. 2 Academy Award nominations for Best Cinematography and Best Supporting Actress for Tuesday Weld. Keaton earned a Golden Globe nomination for Best Motion Actress in a Motion Picture Drama. Okay, I have to watch this.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Richard Brooks.
It's a good thing Ben Burt didn't work on this movie, or otherwise, it being a 1977 release, that could have been a potential answer in Learned League a couple days ago.
Can we just take a second to admire just the fortuitous timing with how many of those questions came up either in the pregame or in the final wager round?
Right.
Unintended. It's a random list.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I had 3: Franklin, telephone, and there's one more.
You had 2 on Lennon, and then the final
Lennon,
question was
Franklin.
also about Mark David Chapman. So.
Oh, that's right.
Just my lord.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Let me make sure. Hold on. How many questions do I have left that I have not used since I banked my last round? Okay, I still have 4,700 questions since I did my last bank.
No.
And yeah.
Crazy.
All of those came up here. That was awesome. Gentlemen, I had a lot of fun tonight. I needed it after the last couple of days. So thank you all for being the highlight of my week. Next to seeing my daughter graduate kindergarten.
It counts. It's a graduation, damn it.
They didn't do a graduation for her.
Yeah, we didn't for us either, but that's fine.
So we're going to take her out tomorrow night to celebrate graduating kindergarten. But other than that, y'all have been my highlight this week. So thank you all for being not just good trivia players, but genuinely good people. I genuinely appreciate it. And I'm genuinely going to go to bed here soon. So let's go ahead. Let's wrap it up. Let's go ahead. Let's give our contestants time to shout out anything they want, plug anything they have. Mike, we'll start with you.
No, nothing major. Y'all have heard me talk on this podcast countless times. I think at this point. So anything particular to plug? Not really. With the summer months coming up, ladies and gentlemen of the class of 1997, wear sunscreen. That's what I would say. Because we forgot to send our kids to sunscreen to camp for the first 2 days, and I saw how red they got. So yes, ladies and gentlemen.
So it's not like an away camp; they get to come home like a day camp kind of thing.
Oh yeah, it's just day camps. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Arjun, over to you.
Yeah, I'll just take a moment to plug the broader trivia community. Like Chris mentioned at the outset, we had a great time at a recent trivia gathering, and there's many other similar things like that. Trivia Nationals coming up in August. Looking forward to that. I think it's a great group of people, and so it's people to stay in touch with. And there's a bunch of different podcasts and competitions that you can participate in. It's something to do to give you a break from the grind of work and all of that. So
for sure.
Trivia Nationals SporkleCon coming up in November in outside Chicago. What's that area called?
Schaumburg.
Yeah, Schaumburg. Yeah. So just like a 20-minute drive from O'Hare, from what I hear. We will be there for SporkleCon, the Trivial Warfare meetup. At this point, y'all, genuinely, you've heard me talk about it because we've had Asha and Vanessa and Adam on a couple of times. We had Jonathan and Sekou and ironically Vanessa and Adam on to talk about it. It's a great time, but I cannot emphasize it enough. Support your trivia community, your local trivia community. Go find your local hosts. Go support local venues that bring that stuff to us because it's a dying art. And it sucks to say, but go, if you've got the extra money, go spend the money, support them. Keep local trivia alive. Keep good local trivia alive. But you know what? If you want to support the show here or the work that we do at the PT Network and you want to throw a couple dollars our way, patreon.com/PTEBB is the best place to do that. All that money goes right back into making the show better. But you know what? Check the show notes, all the information, the Discord server, the merch store. It's all down there. You heard enough for me tonight. We'll go ahead and close it out. For the Pub Trivia Experience, I have been Chris.
I've been Mike.
I've been Arjun.
We will see you next week. Until then, have a good one.